Hello, I'm a nostalgia critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. Remember the movie Toy Story about a little spaceman doll who thought he was a real spaceman? Well, what if that toy was violent, psychotic, devoid of fun, and would stop at nothing until everything he deemed a threat was massacred and or totally destroyed? It'd be awesome! But instead we got small soldiers. Joe Dante, director of such hits as Gremlins and actually nothing else financially successful. Well, that's depressing. Returns to little creatures causing a riot throughout the town, except this time it's with toys. This was also one of the earliest films from the newcomer studio DreamWorks. And seeing how they have the habit of uglifying recent Disney hits, it only made sense to give Toy Story a shot. While by no means god-awful, it does make you wonder how a still creative idea from a creative director could get lost in a relatively forgettable script. I mean, I remember the Burger King ad more than I remember the movie it was based on.
That rodeo burger, it was pretty tasty, huh? You can't handle the rodeo burger.
BTW. Delicious! So, let's watch the film that couldn't live up to its fast food product. This is Small Soldiers. If you want an idea of how unfocused this movie is, just take a look at how confused even the logo appears to be.
What? Are we supposed to look threatening or something?
What are we doing? We open up with a business called Globotech, which spends most of its time making the same commentary RoboCop made, except for the Happy Meal demographic.
Introducing advanced battlefield technology into consumer products for the whole family.
So a military weapon maker, acted by Dennis Leary, is playing entrepreneur owning a variety of companies, which of course naturally includes a toy-making industry. Oh, don't look so shocked. I remember when Donald Trump tried to take over Mattel. Pull the string, she talks.
You're fabulous.
But toy creators, played by David Cross and Jay Moore, aren't meeting the new president's big plans.
Can they really do that?
Do what?
The thing where he punches his way out of the box.
No.
You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of commercials that show us 4x4 trucks popping up to the top of Mount Rushmore and parking on top of Abraham Lincoln's head, okay? I'm sick of shampoo commercials.
Okay, is there just a way we can combine all the Dennis Leary rants into one so we can save on time?
I'm sick of commercials that show us 4x4 trucks popping up to the top of Mount Rushmore.
Chicks like you just sail through life reading about people like me in the newspaper. Guys like you gonna keep checking your pants.
I want to smoke a Cuban cigar the size of Cincinnati in a non-smoking section. I want to run through the streets naked with green jello all over my body.
I hate all pulp, okay? Ours use pulp, that stupid British band name Pulp, Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino. What's with that goddamn head, by the way?
Great! We can just put him under actors who have been replaced by gimmicks so we don't have to pay them anymore, pile. Look, he's trying to intercept McFarlane.
You think that's bad?
So the president wants the toys to be alive, active, and violent, which I imagine would be doable for a guy who's dressed like Spike Spiegel.
Mr. Mars expects the product to be ready for shipment in 3 months.
That's right. You only have 3 months to create life. Come on, it only took 2 days to make gigapets, and even faster to wish they were dead. Come on, we all killed ours at some point.
These are your security cards, and these are your individual secret passwords. Please take a moment to memorize them now.
Mine's Gizmo.
Mine's in-joke.
So as the credits roll, we can't help but automatically look over our Joe Dante checklist. Rustic old town that looks like the 50s? Check. Whimsical Jerry Goldsmith score? Check. Dick Miller as a blue-collar worker still unable to squint his eyes open? Check. Don't worry, kids, there's plenty more on the way!
Yay!
And speaking of which, he comes across our normal, good-looking boy who for some reason will still be an outcast. A high school boy named Alan.
Alan.
He's excited because he sees the new action toys, but knows his father, who owns a toy shop, won't want to sell anything violent.
You know, just sort of lend it to me. You got plenty in the truck. I'll pay you back after I sell them, and this place will have made a little money for once.
One whole set. I'll lose the paperwork someplace. It's better not come back and bite me on the ass.
It won't.
Nice doing business with you, 12-year-old boy. I just gotta drop by Little Susie's Raggedy Ann drug ring. That shit sells fast. Fortunately, somebody already has interest in the toys. Timmy and his older sister, Christy, played by an older-than interview with a vampire but not old enough to be considered hot yet Kristen Dunst.
Him, Major Chip Hazard, he's the one.
How much are these?
A lot.
There's no way Mom and Dad are gonna buy you one of these.
Yes, they will.
Didn't you hear? It's a lot dollars.
Look, I'll find it and hold it till tomorrow.
He promises to hold on to it for her and then goes home to his room surrounded in, wait, let me look at the checklist, Old sci-fi nostalgia? You can make a bingo game out of this guy! Oh my god, he left the vibrator on. Look, I know it's PG-13, but younger kids might be watching. Oh, it's just a toy. Unless they're designed like... No.
Greetings. I am Archer, emissary of the Gorgonites.
By the way, that's Frank Langella as the leader of the Gorgonites. Because, you know, the last time he played an action figure worked out so well in his favor.
What is your name?
I'm Alan. Now shut up.
Greetings, Alan. Now shut up.
What did you say?
I'm saying that when the Gorgonites do it, it's not illegal.
His enemy is Chip Hazard, played by Tommy Lee Jones, getting his team riled up by lighting their glowing crutches of power.
Our mission, destroy the Gorgonite enemy, defeat him. Yes, sir. There will be no mercy.
The real funny thing is that in the, well, I guess I have to say a Toy Story, the Gorgonites are designed to be the bad guys, and the Commandos designed to be the heroes. But listen to how these things talk.
If Gorgon is not in that window, is it in this one?
Don't worry, Archer. We was hiding.
Even if you can't see something, it doesn't mean it isn't there.
Sounds like a fucking killer to me! And I get the idea, don't judge a book by its cover, appearances are deceiving. Heck, even the toy maker said he wanted the Gorgonites to be the good guys. But the point stands, they changed it so that the aliens would be the villains. So, from a marketing standpoint, would you ever guess that this soft-spoken, kind-eyed, fluffy-eared puppy dog was ever supposed to be the bad guy? Sometimes appearances gotta make a little bit more sense.
Greetings, friends. I am Lady Loveembrace, your terrifying villain for the evening.
And I'm Devil Boner, your obvious hero here to save the day!
Oh dear, my twittering birds of evil are no match for your machine gun of peace.
Yeah, whatever, blow up or something. Put me on a cereal box!
But the next morning, the toys have escaped and completely trashed the place.
I am in so much trouble.
I knew I shouldn't have fed them after midnight. But thankfully, Christy comes by to pick up the toys and sees Alan's predicament.
Are you pulling some kind of insurance scam? I heard your parents had to move here because you got kicked out of 10 different schools.
I did not. It was 2.
Only 2. So,
The music's indicating we should have a moment.
you need some help?
They clean up the place, but half the annoying parents from Transformers comes in to be, well, half the annoying parents from Transformers.
And how do you explain this?
I was dusting it and it fell over.
Oh, you were dusting with what, a croquet mallet?
Do I have to have your mom make a masturbation joke? Don't force me to have your mom make a masturbation joke! To make things worse, Alan also finds out that Christy has a boyfriend.
Christy, what happened? I thought you were coming by practice today.
Sorry, Brad. Something else came up.
Hi, I'm good-looking you. I only have 3 lines in the whole movie, but you can just assume I'm a douche.
Come on, you can cheer me on.
Don't worry, Alan. If there's anything these movies teach us, it's that pity dating always wins.
Prepare to fire the bazooka. Fire!
Well, we might as well start this up. The scene's clearly ripping off Toy Story. We already got the toys who thought they were real. Now how about the dog chasing the toy, trying to hold on to something moving on the road? And to top it all off...
It's a small world after all.
Now, I don't think they technically said that in Toy Story, but it's Disney. I'm sure they snuck it in somewhere. Meanwhile, Globotech is busy pushing their new line.
Take over 100 merchandise licensees for the next 2 months. For the next 2 months. You won't be able to turn.
Thank God the Rodeo Burger ad didn't have that in it. Burger King, we're fucking scary.
These microprocessing chips, what do they do and where'd you get them from? They were designed for the Department of Defense.
They figure out the chips that they put in those toys were actually munitions chips, which belong to a division, of course, headed by Joe Dante Chekhov number 6, Robert Picardo.
Worked out better than you dreamed, didn't they?
Actually, there was a little bit of a problem.
Then it's with your software.
I don't think there's a problem with the software, Ralph.
Oh, you don't?
He's always so good at saving a mundane product. You could just start every performance with, "Please state the cinematic emergency."
Imagine a microchip. Imagine it can be used to instantly upgrade any system. Then, imagine it can learn.
What are you talking about? Artificial intelligence?
No, actual intelligence.
From an artificial life form. Wait. But the Commandos have a plan to capture Archer in Alan's home. And this, of course, brings us to Joe Dante checkoff number 7. Everything in the kitchen being a big, scary weapon.
Surrender, Gorgonite ally. You just met your match.
Oh, yeah?
Holy crap, kid! I mean, I understand defending yourself, but he had a tiny kitchen drill and a match! Did he really deserve such a harsh punishment?
Back off, creep, or I'll get you with my mini handcuffs. My mini handcuffs. My mini handcuffs. My mini...
I'm child-friendly!
Alan, what the hell is going on here?
I'm so angry, I'm ready not to believe you, no matter what you say.
It's these toys. It's like they're alive. Look. Come on, Archer, back me up here. Say something. Talk to me.
Alan, please. I need to ask you this. Are you on crank?
See what your mother does when you lie? It wasn't a masturbation joke, but it was pretty close. So yeah, if you're wondering why the toy didn't talk earlier, get a load of this.
Why didn't you say anything? Shut up. Don't talk to me. Not a word. Wise guy.
Okay, well, why the fuck didn't he say something when the kid told him to say something?
I must adhere to the lazy writing that conquered all 90s children's films.
Oh, you mean like the annoying comedic sidekick? God damn it!
What a dump!
Maniac.
Okay, hey, what are you, a kid or an oil painter?
Hey, it's Steve Buscemi if you mix meth with Red Bull.
Hey.
It's the Gorgonites.
Oh, by the way, yes, you made Gremlins. Please stop reinforcing the idea that this movie is just Gremlins if they were toys. I mean, are we gonna have a scene where the goofy characters do goofy things that don't in any way evolve the plot, but they're gonna show it anyway because the kids always seem to like it? Why have you cut to it yet? You know it's coming.
All right, quick impression for you now. Jimmy Cagney, open the well, Ma.
It looks so real, don't it?
Yeah, I'm sure this one was already checked off, as you knew it was going to be in the movie even before it started. While we're at it, hello toys watching Ironic TV.
There's nothing in windows. There's stuff outside them.
What stuff?
You know, outside. Trees. Christie's house.
And beyond that?
The mall.
And beyond that?
That's the highway.
And beyond that?
About 1 million acres of farm.
And what's beyond
Shut
that?
up! What are you working your way into a song? The Commandos figure out that Ellen is attracted to Christie, so they manage to work their way into her home and plan on kidnapping her. They begin with her brother. Typical sibling response. Before she makes it upstairs, the Commandos decide to recruit her very bizarre Barbie collection, including Spartan Barbie, Yodeling Barbie, and 50 Shades of Grey Barbie?
Request a 3-day pass, sir.
Denied.
Okay, not that the existence of these Barbies isn't awesomely awesome, but there are some pretty strange and specific outfits in here, especially that one. I mean, why would anyone have such strange and peculiar... No, I'm sure I'm reading too deep into it. I mean, I'm sure this isn't anyone's weird, perverted fantasy.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Let's do something fun.
Fetish movie. What the hell, Joe Dante? Are we gonna have to add sexually confused arousal therapy to the list? This is pretty fucked up. I mean, okay, I can understand ripping them apart and putting the chips in. I get it. It's what you gotta do to control the toys and everything, but why the hell aren't their clothes put back on? No, really, I want a reason for that. Why the hell aren't their clothes put back on? There's no reason for these things to be walking around practically naked with nothing on. In fact, it actually would have looked funnier if there were all these strange-looking deformed Barbies in these weird outfits as well. But instead, it just comes across as uncomfortably creepy. I'm sorry, I need a minute. I gotta research what the hell is wrong with this guy. We'll be back in a moment. Wow, apparently there is an exact term for it. Apparently it's called justification experimentation serving unusual sexuality. Or in abbreviated terms, Jesus! Christy gets tangled up in this kinky insanity, so the boyfriend tries to come in to save her.
Such nice broad shoulders. Do you work out? What's your sign, big boy?
Isn't it funny that even though they had a Spartan soldier, an Egyptian queen, and an astronaut, they still all talk like dumb valley girls from the 50s?
That haircut is so 5 minutes ago. Are you dumping me?
Like, oh my god, this is totally Sparta!
You! Magic! An officer and a gentleman does not strike a lady.
Yes, you just open up their breasts, strip them naked, and force them to be your mindless sex minions. Seriously. Jesus!
Are you scared? We're all scared. You'd have to be crazy not to be scared.
Okay, what the hell kind of movie did this become? I mean, I thought this was like, oh no, stop the toys, oh they're so cute, ha ha ha. No, this is serious fuck-ass shit ass fuck! Was nobody getting creeped out while they were filming this? Did nobody ever question how fucking bizarre this scene was?
Excuse me, assistant director?
Yes, 16-year-old Kirsten Dunst.
I just want to clarify, in this family film about toys coming to life, I'm to be tied up, a sock stuffed in my mouth, taunted in the dark, and covered by naked, evil, deformed Barbies? Is that common in kids' films nowadays?
Look, just do as the director says before his other eye starts twitching. Okay, ready to start rolling, Mr. Dante?
Really?
They send a ransom video to Alan and threaten to kill her off if they don't hand over the Gorgonites. But Alan has a plan to, in keeping with the theme of the movie, rip off Toy Story to get inside.
To plagiarize and beyond!
You alright?
It's okay. I'm just prepping for the Sam Raimi movies. I get the feeling I'm gonna be in this predicament a lot.
Will you take me to the prom? You've been a bad boy. And now, you must be punished.
Bet you know.
I broke a nail. I've always hated these things. Oh.
Why the hell do you collect them?
You rescued me.
Anytime.
Didn't you have a boyfriend?
Yeah, but he ran away after being set on fire. What a wimp!
I'll get the bike.
Okay, you're kidnapped, then you're saving. You're afraid, then you're laughing. You have a girly room with a peace poster, but a solid black Led Zeppelin poster right next to it. Can you just pick an identity? Like Alan, who got kicked out of 2 schools and yet does absolutely nothing that would cause trouble. Be like him! So they have a great big chase, they finally outsmart them, and the commandos blow up in a fiery explosion, finally bringing this plastic mess to a close.
They're toast.
And that was Small Soldiers, and let me tell you, it's got some big problems. Well, it was bad. I do have to give it credit that it was at least a short movie. Wait, why aren't the clips I obviously stole from the trailer playing? Wait a minute, the Chip character somehow still survived and he's building another army? How much longer is this movie? 30 minutes? We have 30 minutes left to go? What else do you have to do? Show Frodo going to the Grey Havens? No, apparently the kids have to explain to their parents how, of course, the toys were alive. One of those parents played by Phil Hartman.
Don't worry, honey. We'll get you the best deprogrammer money can buy.
You may remember me from such family bit parts as Kiki's Delivery Service, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and the eternal classic Jingle All the Way.
He says that toy is alive just because it can move a little? What's next? The blue fairy drops by with a talking cricket?
Oh great, now they're stealing from AI. They finally see that the dolls are alive and even get a visit from the toy makers. But Chip gets a whole truckload of other soldiers, and apparently not even one of them being another Chip doll, because, you know, that'd be funny. And they attack the house.
Drag them all! Great balls of fire! Incoming! Horse out!
You know what's funny? For all the action, drama, and suspense that's supposed to be going on here, all I can think about is how much I really want a rodeo burger. I mean, it was amazing. It was onion rings, it was barbecue sauce, it was cheese. I heard they put it back on the menu. Seriously, check it out.
It was flame broiled and delicious.
The chips are not shielded against an electromagnetic pulse. A nuclear blast would wipe them out.
They figure out an idea about jamming the electric transformer magnetic science teeth fuck and decide to put it into motion. And if you had any doubt that this movie was tired and has no new ideas whatsoever, listen to these lines. Literally, every single one of them is a cliche. It's kind of amazing.
You're not going out there.
You're not going in there.
There's no time.
There's no time!
It's too dangerous.
It's too dangerous.
There's no other way.
There is no other way.
You have to trust me. You have to trust me.
Wait, we have some more lines to cut and paste. Are you mad? It looks like this is it. Random Dennis Leary rant.
Okay, orange juice pulp, that stupid British band name Pulp.
So Archer goes into the
Danger zone!
You were all waiting for it, I caved in. And gives Alan time to activate the science-y thingy.
You stupid toy!
That's your badass finishing line, huh? You stupid toy. There was no other scorchers you could have thought up at that moment? I don't like you, or you stupid, or... Nyeh! So Alan's about to get axed, but Christy comes in to save the day.
Is this gonna be a pattern for our relationship?
Relationship?
Yeah, well, 2 kisses would throw me off too. The next morning, Leary comes in to patch things up and the Gorgonites manage to get away without anybody noticing.
You're sure you guys want to do this?
Yes, Alan.
You know, you might not find Gorgon. It may not
Alan, even if you can't see something, it doesn't mean it isn't there.
We must sail to Toy Valhalla, where we will hunt the mighty squirrel along the banks of the Great Creek.
And what's the finishing line this movie goes out on? I don't know, we stole it from every other popular movie in existence. Let's just steal from Titanic.
I hope we don't hit an iceberg.
High note. You went out on a high note. Or was it an incredibly dated and lame note? Either way, it's not very good. It's not the worst or anything, it just seems like it's a little confused. Does it want to be a kid's film with an edge or an adult's film with a childlike innocence? We don't know, and I don't think the film does either. Nothing really stands out about it because it's clear what it's trying to be like. Toy Story, Gremlins, every other status quo kids film at the time. And because of this, it's just kind of boring and standard. Except for a few choice scenes. Jesus! Bottom line, it's probably not best to take something marketed as innocent and cute and make it torturous and scary. And you can bet there's nobody that's gonna put me through a similar experience like this ever again. I'm the Nostalgia Critic, guy, remember it, so you don't have to. Nothing like resting after a review that's clearly over with no ironic twist concerning the comments that I made at the very end.
nothing like it at all.
You've been a bad boy.